Speaking of the sim, like, you feel ready for Chicago?
Not at all. I haven't done any. I actually I got my iRacing guys to send me a video of just a lap, but I mean, I haven't done much. We ran that iRacing race and I was actually terrible. I mean, Ty Gibbs was actually really good that week, but we'll see. I don't know. I think it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I think that's super helpful. As you know, we hired Keegan Leahy over at 2311 to be our driver.
Yeah.
Driver coach, and he was super helpful. I think he helped Reddick quite a bit at the at COTA.
Yeah.
He worked with me at Sonoma. So yeah, those guys, I mean, they're really, really good at what they do, and they know how, to optimize the line and whatnot. And so, it's on any given week, will you be in the sim every week, or is it just kind of depend on the racetrack where you feel like you need to get better?
Yeah, it depends on the racetrack. I think, honestly, I'm kind of labeled as the sim guy, but I don't do a lot during the season just because I'm racing so often. I more so racing the late models that I do on the off time. So I think, honestly, doing that and just doing the Chevy sim, going to the Chevy sim, doing a little bit of iRacing here and there, depending on the racetrack.
What do you think we're going to see at Chicago?
It's going to be tough. I mean, I think it's going to be hard to pass. I mean, I don't think there's going to be any passing. Really. I mean, there's some braking zones, so I do.
There
think,
are.
Yeah.
It's just what leads to them.
Yeah.
Would likely cause a gap.
Right. Yeah, I think it's going to be restarts, and it's going to be strategy. I think it's going to be big time strategy, but I could see it being like the Roval. So I don't know if that's
fair.
Yeah,
it's probably fair.
Bumpy off camber kind of corners, but I haven't ran enough to know what it's like. But I know turn 4 is like a fast right hander that goes off camber. I think there's going to be a lot of toe links there. A lot of left rears.
I think I spent an hour and a half on the sim and didn't make it past turn 4. Like
Really?
I just kept leaving pit road, crashing 4. Leave pit road, crashing 4, and did that for an hour and a half. Like I was just like, what the hell? Like, I mean,
don't bet Denny Hamlin this
Yeah.
weekend.
Hey, I'm gonna figure it out. I'll get it figured out. But it's definitely more about the event, right? It's certainly we all know that, and we've got to lean into that. That it's we're taking the NASCAR cars and the racing to the town of Chicago, and I came from a team owner council meeting where they said that a large percentage of the new fans. Or the fans that have bought tickets for Chicago are new first-time fans. So that's what we did in LA, right?
Yeah.
We when we went there, I think it was like 60 or 70% were new fans. So hopefully this is a success, because I know they're putting a lot of effort into it. They're promoting it well. My friend Cara, who does the sports stuff in Chicago, she sends me pictures of all the NASCAR banners and stuff. Advertisements that are going on there. So hopefully we have a good crowd, excited for that. And then, it's certainly from a driver's perspective, it's going to be hard for us not to be critical, right?
Yeah.
And say, well, it's not this or not that. And it's just leaning into the event itself and understanding, it's a historic event for our series to be on the first street course for the first time.
Yeah. I think being closer to cities is good.
Yeah.
I think for just being younger, I think I get a lot more engagement from my friends when it's around closer markets. Like Nashville is a lot closer to the city than most places, so it's we need more of that. We need that crossover to get new fans engaged.
Yep. My crew chief thought that the best strategy is if we're not in the top 5, we need to be dead last, because when the wreck happens in turn 4 or these turns that have one lane, he's like, they're all just going to pile in. And so you just want to be far enough back to not be in it. So I've got to get us somehow to the top 5. So you better have rocket boosters on this thing. That's all I'd say. So, I think it's I just hope that we can stay green long enough, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to lose momentum with yellow flags, and you certainly don't want yellow flags within the last 10 laps of the race, because it might not ever end. We could have an unprecedented 9 green-white checkers to finish the Chicago race, because it just, it funnels down to 1.5 lanes in some portions of the track.
The
So.
leader is going to be the most nervous when the caution comes out. He's going to be like, "Where do I brake?" Like he's going to go in there, and
That's
you
a
know,
good
it's
point.
just like the Roval. He's going to be. I mean, the Roval that first year was like, you know, old tires.
And you know what? Turn one,
Yeah.
even in sim, I've missed that quite a few times. Like not realizing that it's 90
Yeah.
degrees.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
it's a challenge. It is
It
going to
is.
challenge us drivers for sure.
It might be so challenging though that we might kind of get through more corners than we think. You know, sometimes
Could
we
be
do that.
we're not confident, right?
Yeah.
So we're easing into it. I
Yeah.
mean, I think that there'll be significant practice crashes.
Yeah.
You know, certainly in Xfinity Series,
Yeah.
it is going to be. I don't know how much track time they're going to get, so you better be ready. Everyone have all the Xfinity drivers have your helmet on, your be buckled down, ready to go when they drop the green, because who knows how much time you're going to get.
Yeah.
Safe to say there's a lot of backups going to this race.
Yes.